It's being billed as the biggest gathering of humanity in history. More than 400 million Hindu pilgrims are expected to take part in India's Maha Kumbh Mela religious festival. The celebration is held every 12 years in the city of Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh state, where the Ganges and Yamuna rivers meet. Hindus believe that ritual bathing helps them gain salvation. DW's Adil Bhat followed one family's journey to the 6-week festival.
Pilgrims arrive at this railway station in Prayagraj city. Ramesh and Manju are among millions of devotees embarking on a spiritual journey at this year's Maha Kumbh Mela. A farming couple from the poor eastern state of Odisha who saved every penny for the last few years to attend the festival, the biggest religious gathering on earth.
It was a long journey, but after reaching the holy land of Prayagraj, all the fatigue and tiredness vanished. I'm really excited about it. Will you take us to the Kumbh Mela?
The couple looks for a rickshaw to take them to the Mahakumbh. After an hour of wait, they finally manage to get a ride. Ramesh and Manju have been waiting for decades to be at the Mahakumbh. A promise Ramesh made to his wife on the day of their marriage 20 years ago. They both look around in disbelief, trying to convince themselves that this is not just another dream.
It was my dream to come to Kumbh Mela. If it were not for Manju, we would not be here today. She planted this dream in my heart. I consider my wife a goddess who inspired me to take this holy journey.
As the reality of their arrival sinks in, the rickshaw comes to a halt at the entrance of the Maha Kumbh Mela grounds. Finally, the movement has arrived. They join the crowd of spiritual devotees streaming in, feeling blessed. On their way to the banks of the holy river Ganges, they pass by the temporary tent city. The area is plastered with billboards of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, whose Hindu nationalist BJP party is heavily invested in organizing the mega event. But Ramesh doesn't mind the political undertones of this religious festival.
Prime Minister Modi has done great work for the Maha Kumbh Mela. We salute him a billion times from our heart. Now we have reached here at the heart of the festival, and we are heading and waiting to see the sacred rivers.
As they approach the banks of the sacred river, they pay their respects. After 36 hours of journey, they decide to take a brief rest. Overpowered with emotions, Manju says she's contemplating the meaning of being here.
I can feel the spiritual power of the Kumbh. I haven't taken the holy dip yet, but I can sense a deep connection with God. We have come to wash our sins that we committed in our past lives. We have come this far to seek forgiveness for our ancestors and pray for the future of our children.
Then the couple gets ready for the holy bath that's considered auspicious in Hinduism. For Hindus like Manju and Ramesh, taking the holy dip cleanses their soul and helps attain salvation.
It's very cold, but we are here for the blessings of the Ganges.
At the banks, Ramesh and Manju step away from the crowd and sit together to enjoy this very special moment in their lives. They light some lamps to express their gratitude for the memories that they started to build 2 decades ago.
A piece by DW correspondent Adil Bhat, who joins us now. Adil, you're at the world's largest religious gathering. Must be a very special mood.
Well, the atmosphere here is electric. The mood is joyful and spiritual. People here are full of excitement. You can hear people, praying aloud and chanting slogans. Wherever you go, there are colorful, sights. Devotees are dressed up. I have never witnessed anything like this in my life. It's a sea of people, sea of humanity. person will come first time here, he might feel like overwhelmed with the kind of emotions. So if you ever come here, you will see India in a completely another dimension. Pilgrims have even put last penny to reach here. They're traveling from far places just to attend this festival because they believe by taking a holy dip in Ganges will purify their sins and they will achieve salvation. So I have met dozens of people here and some families who have actually arrived by foot. They walked 6 days and covered hundreds of kilometers just to be here. And once they reach, they walk along the sacred soil of the Kumbh. They get overwhelmed with emotions and happiness. So this festival is not only kind of a religious festival, it's a cultural festival, it's a spiritual festival.
Close to 450 million are expected to arrive over the next 2 months. How are the authorities planning to manage such a huge crowd?
Well, that's true. I mean, managing millions of people is not an easy task. But authorities have deployed thousands of security personnel just to manage the crowd on the grounds. In fact, the entire city security has been beefed up. There are like more than thousands of security personnel just managing this crowd. And they have also used advanced technology. For instance, they're using artificial intelligence. There is an AI-enabled security. So if people get too crowded, if it gets started too crowded, they will know that it's the time to divert the crowd or make it less. So this time they have like CCTV cameras around. If you even walk like around, you will find a CCTV camera after 5 meters. So in festivals like these also, there is always a risk of stampede. And it has happened like in 2013 also, where like, more than 30 people were like injured and some lost their lives. So also apart from that here, the biggest concern is people lose, there are chances that people can get lost. And there are announcements taking place after every 5 minutes to figure out where these people are.
Prime Minister Modi's Hindu nationalist BJP has been heavily involved in organizing this event. Tell me, how do people feel about their pilgrimage being politicized?
Well, that's true. Like if you go around the city from Prayagraj and if you come from airport to this place, you will see billboards of Prime Minister Modi and Yogi Adityanath everywhere. So it's quite visible. Even where we are currently, you can see the billboards of Prime Minister Modi everywhere. But it also is a telling sign that the festival has been politicized. There are undertones of this festival, and that cannot be ignored. Actually, this is a significant change from the last Maha Kumbh Mela that happened in 2013. There were no billboards of Prime Minister that time in 2013 I'm talking about. So but when you talk to people about these billboards, what do they think about these? But they kind of appreciate that it's Prime Minister Modi who's responsible for getting us here. So they say, yeah, he's our chief minister, he's a messiah for us. They don't mind it, like most of the people talk about it. But then there are like some experts who are critical also, saying that politicizing this Maha Kumbh Mela is not a good thing.
DW correspondent Adil Bhat, thanks so much for your reporting.